Sandra's joining us from Summerton, Alabama, Republican line. Good morning.
Good morning. Excuse me. I just was so angry a little bit ago when these ladies were talking about Judge Moore as if he had already been convicted. They don't know this man, and they've had plenty. If that was true, he was elected twice to the Supreme Court of Alabama as the head, and all this would have come out then. And please bear with me, I'm nervous. But number one, we are Christians down here, most of us. There has been a lot moving in who's trying to change our values, but with God's help, it's not going to change. And he will help the government, the Washington, when he goes there. But number two, the president, I am so tired of y'all acting like he is just nothing. I read a book when I was in the 10th grade, 5 Days in May, and I'll never forget that book. And when all that's been happening to this president, it's just like seeing it come to pass. There is people in the government trying to get him out, but he's going to stay, and I hope to goodness he gets to run 2 terms.
Sandra, thanks for the call. Can you stay on the line for a minute? Did you want to ask her a question, either of you?
I'm curious, Sandra. You say that he was twice elected to the Supreme Court of Alabama. I probably am tempted to point out that he was twice ousted from that role. And that if this was true, it would have come out then. So do you think that all of these women are just now lying?
Yes. You look at Gloria Allred. Look at the history. She brings up all these people, digs up stuff. They still won't give Roy Moore's attorneys a book and let them have it.
So that's one woman who's represented by Gloria Allred, and there's a question about whether the not just the inscription but the notation of when and where it happened, whether that should have been revealed earlier that she wrote that part. Do you believe that the other women are lying?
I don't believe none of them. Not now, because if it was true, they would have come out years ago. I'm a woman. I have been molested in the past, and you know what? It didn't take me 40 years. And the only reason they're doing that is because he's going into our government, and they don't want him there, and they're trying everything in the world to keep that man out. But you know what? I believe he's going to be there, and he's going to be a good one, and he's going to be like Jeff Sessions, stay there for the next 30 years. So
wait.
Sandra, stay on the line.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. So my question would be, let's leave aside the question about the women and whether they're telling the truth or not. Didn't some of the things that we already knew about Roy Moore disturb you at all? The fact that he is ignorant, that he thought that Sharia law was in effect in, as he put it, in either Illinois or Indiana, which is not remotely true, that he engages in conspiracy theories, that he believes that Muslims should not be allowed to serve in the United States government, which is obviously forbidden by our Constitution, which says no religious test shall be required for any public office. What about those things? Doesn't it worry you that he does not seem to be loyal to the Constitution?
He is loyal to the Constitution. He is very loyal to the Constitution.
Okay.
Y'all are just, you just twist it, and the Christian thing, that remark. Y'all have put us down like we're nothing. And Hillary Clinton made that same mistake in hers. Everybody who voted for Trump, I thought about it, was deplorable people.
I have the greatest respect for Christians, and in particular because Christians have frequently been the great voices for upholding morals and ethics in our society. To endorse and support a lying, known, very strongly suspected child molester, who, by the way, didn't bother to really deny it in the beginning. Later, he began to deny it. Someone who does not believe that homosexuals should be allowed to serve, and that homosexuality should be illegal, that Muslims should not be allowed to serve, who's engaged in anti-Semitic tropes in some of his comments about George Soros. That, I think, is a really bitter disappointment that Christians would see all of that and excuse it.
We'll go to Wendy.